Right, so about FTC. FTC is a official student organization at UCF. We dedicate ourselves to helping members pursue careers in the technical communication field. So what is technical communication? Technical communication is a field that simplifies jargon-heavy content into information that is easier for the intended audience to understand. This differs from academic writing, as the focus is to be clear and concise so the reader can gather the information they need quickly. Examples of technical communication writing that you'll see would be user end documentation, proposals and policies, API documentation, and some highlighted industries that we wanted to feature was software, aerospace and aviation, healthcare, and consumer electronics, but you can find technical communication in a variety of fields as well. Yep. And I'll be passing it over to Chantal.
Hello, everyone. My name is Chantal. I am the treasurer for FTC currently. So what would you get out of FTC membership? It's quite a bit, at least in my opinion. So you would receive career guidance and knowledge. So taking that step to take your learning beyond the classroom, to get more real world and diverse guidance that you sometimes just can't get in the classroom. You can also develop your professional skills, especially if you join FTC leadership or volunteer with us with our various opportunities throughout the year. You gain experience and skills, especially working with a team, writing, things of that nature, and also things not of that nature. We have several ways to develop your skills. And then also networking with students and professionals. We've all heard how crucial networking is, and this is definitely a good place to begin to further that endeavor, and not only professionally, but also just making friends. I've made a lot of great connections, both professional and personal, through my time with FTC. So now we're just going to talk a bit about our flagship programs. So the first one coming up is the mentoring program. We partner with our sister organization, SCC Florida. So you can apply to be a mentee, and then you would be paired with a professional from that program. And you will be able to, it's a very tailor-made experience. So you would talk with your mentor with what you want to accomplish and all of that. There is also the SCC FTC annual joint meeting. This is pretty much our top event of the year. So we join with STC for a big meeting. This year it's in January, around a topic. We usually target one that's applicable for students and early career professionals, but it's always a great time, a great turnout, and also a very good networking opportunity, because we do have people attending from the professional organization. Also scholarships and internships. We post about this quite a bit in our Discord and push them out in our mailing list. And these are good, obviously, but we do have a couple connections for some really good scholarships and internships. So always a great thing to have another avenue to find those opportunities. Also Spark STEM Fest. This is one of our biggest volunteering opportunities of the year. So this is put on by the Orlando Science Center. It's a big festival for K-12 students. We have a table, we do presentations. It's a blast. So you can go and you can help present, or you can work behind the scenes, putting together the presentation, putting together the brochures and other materials we have at the table. So personally for myself, I couldn't make it to the festival in person last year, but I was able to work on the presentation and the brochure behind the scenes. And it was not only great fun and great volunteering experience, but it was also great to further my collaboration skills. especially virtually, which is definitely a pertinent skill to have in the current job market. Also STC Summit. This is the annual international conference that the professional organization puts on. We always have words. We always have a delegation that goes. It's good because you have people to travel together, and we get funding from the university, we fundraise, and it's a very, very intense but amazing opportunity, not only to get some interesting learning in, but especially for networking. That's an amazing, amazing opportunity for that. And also socials, as our last flagship program, we at FTC love a good social. We have them in person, going out to eat, playing mini golf, that type of thing, and also online, so game nights, movie nights. The picture up here is from a Discord movie night we had over the summer. We watched The Emperor's New Groove, and it was a blast. So to become an FTC member, it is free. All you have to do is to fill out a quick Google form, either through the link or the QR code. It's the same thing. And if you do this, you get on our mailing list. So you get to hear about all of the fabulous programs we just talked about, and you'll be one of the first to know. Also on our link tree, we have a bunch of resources for you guys. So if you're completely new to TechCom, you still want to learn more about it as a concept in general, we have a few resources for that. A couple of these are the materials that we made for Spark STEM Fest. That's a tongue twister. This past year. You can also, there's a resource to learn more about the mentoring program, which we'll have the interest meeting for that soon. So that's definitely good to read up on now. And then if you're in the process of job searching, or you want to know more about the process for when you do go about it in the future, we have a lot of resources for that as well. And then we will also be having elections soon. So why would you want to become a leader of this fabulous organization? There's actually a lot of skills and other things you would gain. So valuable teamwork and collaboration skills. You get technical communication experience, writing, design, communications, and more. And it's a really good resume item. So there are two main branches, thank you, Joy, of leadership. So we have our officers, that's president, vice president, treasurer, secretary, and historian. And then we also have our committees. We have the communications committee, the website committee, and the publications committee. So you can, committees were made so that you can be involved with leadership and our programs without taking on that officer role. And you can also be in multiple, you can be an officer and on a committee, you can be on two committees, you can just be on a committee. You can really mix and match just depending on your interests. And yeah, so I will be turning it over to Joy for the rest of our presentation.
Yeah. Thank you so much, Cassandra and Chantal. Really appreciate it. Hi, everyone. My name is Joy, and I am the current president of FTC at UCF. And throughout this entire year of being involved in the club, I've been so blessed to work with so many talented and passionate individuals. And yeah, definitely, if you're interested, we welcome you to our fall elections, which will be coming up in 2 weeks on September 19th. Tuesday, September 19th. And we have many roles, as Chantal said, within both officers and committee branches. And you don't need any prior experience to get involved, as long as you have that drive and you want to just be a part of something, like our community definitely welcomes you, and we would be so thankful for you each to be a part of our team. And so the descriptions for our officer roles are as follows. President, they oversee the leadership team and club proceedings. They also are in charge of coordinating planning for events and administrative tasks for our club. The vice president, Cassandra's been doing an amazing job. We have a dream team really here at FTC at UCF. They assist the president with administrative duties, and they also assume responsibilities in the president's absence. Our treasurer, Chantel's been doing an amazing job as well. They maintain an accurate account of our club funds and meets regularly with the SGA, who is the Student Government Association here on campus, for any financial requests or allocations. The secretary takes notes of general body meetings and any leadership meetings for our records onto our team drive, as well as for future reference when it comes to planning those upcoming events and seeing what the future holds for our club. So that's always very exciting. And yeah, actually we have a past secretary in person right now, Dominic. He's been doing a fantastic job. He's graduated this past May. However, he's still a very integral part of our community, always helping out, making amazing graphics and social media and email marketing posts. And the thing is with FTC, we're not only for students, we have a extensive network of alums and professionals of all experience levels. And so, yeah, we welcome you to join us and become a part of that. And lastly, we have the historian role, who documents the club history, again, onto our drive, and leads our club's creative projects, which is very fun. I had the pleasure of holding this role a bit last year, and it was definitely a tremendous learning experience for me. In the past, I wasn't really involved in many organizations, and what I really love about FTC is that everyone is kind and supportive, and no matter what, we're always there for each other. And so again, even if you don't have any experience, please feel free to share your interests with us, and we would definitely appreciate all that you have to bring to our community. Next, we have our committees. Again, we have 3 branches of FTC's committees. The first being the communications team, which I've had the pleasure to be a part of for over a year, alongside Chantel. Yeah, she's done amazing work, and she's always on top of everything. So I always appreciate what you do. Thank you. Yeah. And yeah, and through that, not only do you curate promotional graphics and flyers to be sent out to faculty members and our social media, you also get to hone in those skills in graphic design and communications, which has really helped me build my skill set. And I'm sure that if you're interested, yeah, it would be a great avenue for you as well. We also have the publications committee, who is in charge of creating articles to be posted onto our FTC blog. And even if you are not part of our publications committee, if you have an article or an assignment that you're really, really proud of and you would love to be spotlit, please just feel free to shoot us a message via email, and we would love to publish that for you, not only on our blog, but also through our sister organization, the Florida chapter of the Society for Technical Communications Memo to Members newsletter. So yeah, many avenues for that as well. And lastly, we have our website committee, who basically maintains and updates our website via WordPress. And if you aren't familiar with that interface, or or that type of skill, it's a great segue into that. I know this past year, our website committee did a lot of work reshaping our pages and updating our events and our information onto the website. And yeah, that's been tremendous. Yeah, and also alongside working on our WordPress account, you can also help out by uploading our recordings onto our YouTube channel. And yeah, and as Chantel said, there are you are not limited to only one. You can pick as many as sparks your interest. And yeah, and we want to make sure that you are involved as much as you're able to. And so, yeah, feel free to reach out to us if that's the route you would like to take. Here we have a calendar of our September events. You are currently here at our first general body meeting. Thank you to everyone in person and online for attending. And it's been great to see new and familiar faces throughout this entire evening. I know that on the 12th of September, next week, our sister organization, STC Florida, will be hosting their monthly networking social. And recently, they have transitioned from their Zoom setting to Discord. So it's always a fun time just to interact with people and talking to not only students and early career professionals, but those established onto the field regarding new insights and just connecting with one another as well. On the 14th, STC Florida will be hosting their monthly ADCO meeting, which is which stands for their Administrative Council meeting. And that's where council members come together to talk about the latest updates and developments within STC Florida. And yeah, it's a great way for people to become involved in the chapter and to just see what projects they can take part in. 2 weeks from now, on the 19th, we'll be hosting our fall elections, and we ask that you all please stay tuned for a form that we'll be sending out in the coming week regarding interest towards both officer roles and committee roles. On the 21st, STC Florida will be hosting an educational program on Zoom. And there will be more details regarding that in the coming weeks. So please check out our STC News channel on Discord for further updates. And finally, on the 29th, we at FTC will be hosting our own social, which will be very fun. We're hoping it to be a in-person one, possibly bowling, which is really exciting. And yeah, we ask that if you are able to, please come by and join us. And we'll also be sharing more details on that very soon. And here we have some information about STC and the Florida chapter. For those who don't know, STC, which accounts for the Society for Technical Communication, is the largest and world's oldest association for TechCom. And what's so great about STC is that there are many memberships available for people of all experience levels, including student memberships. And through that student membership, you can join local chapters such as STC Florida and special interest groups. You also have the ability to attend the annual summit conference, as Chantel mentioned, as a student, and it's a great way to not only network with people, but also you can volunteer as part of these professionals' exhibits and presentations, and just connect with people in person beyond Florida. They also have their own publication, Intercom Magazine, which highlights key insights and developments into the field. And through, again, the student membership, there are many certifications, webinars, and online courses that you can be able to take as much as you like, really. And that being said, STC Florida is our sister organization, which we at FTC are really proud to say. They are a cohesive technical communication community which extends beyond Florida's borders. We have many members in STC Florida who are from all around the country, such as far as San Diego and even up north in Rochester. And we're always connecting with one another, and we're always sharing events. And if you choose to do so, we would love to share them with you on our Discord. So please keep an eye on for that. There are so many flagship programs at STC Florida, including the annual STC FTC mentoring program, which bridges the gap between students and established professionals. I personally, I've been blessed to be a part of it in this past year. My mentor, Julia Southwick, has been really supportive and kind throughout everything. And it's been a really fun time working on so many projects and learning and having fun in the process, really. She's become a great friend. And I know if you would like to do so, or this experience would be very bountiful for you as well. So please consider that. There's also, again, monthly networking events, educational programs, and socials that are available throughout the year. And what is really good about our status as students at FTC is that to attend many of these events is actually free for us, and so that's a great way to just get out of your comfort zone and also expand not only your network, but also just your skill set in general. They have a newsletter called Memo to Members. And again, you can share your articles or work with them to be published on that. It's a great way to get your name out there, and a great resume tip. Resume builder. So yeah, please consider that. Through their monthly ADCO meetings, there are a plethora of volunteerism and leadership opportunities that are available to everyone, especially students. And it's a great way to jump into some projects and meet really kind and supportive people. And also they are active on LinkedIn and Discord if you would like to connect with them.
Okay.
So
Can I
thank
say,
you all for coming today, both in person and online. We ask
can I say a few
that
things,
you
Joy?
please stay connected with us if you would like to do so. And to access our membership form, our full list of socials and featured content, don't forget to follow us on Linktree. And if you want to get involved, or if you're thinking of doing so and you want to express that before we send out our form next week, please feel free to contact us at any time at ucf.ftc@gmail.com, or if you see any of our officers online on Discord, just shoot us a message and we'd be happy to get back to you as soon as possible. And one final reminder again is to save the date for Tuesday, September 19th for our fall 2023 election. Again, if you don't have any prior experience, it's no problem at all. We welcome everyone, and we are so happy to have you join us and to be a part of our community. Yeah. And yeah, thank you again. I was wondering,
Hey, Joy, real quick, sorry.
okay.
Dr. Applin, advisor on Zoom, he'll like to say a few words, but we'll just have to mute ourselves on it our end, because if not, we're gonna get a feedback loop. So hopefully you can hear on the speaker of the computer what he's gonna say.
No problem at all.
Yeah.
Okay, can you guys hear me?
Can you put the on his line? Okay. Yeah.
So everyone can hear.
Okay, so can you message you can solve it?
Joy, can you guys hear me? Or?
Yes.
Okay, So can everyone hear me now? I just want to know because I'm sponsoring this club along with Dr. Glasshoff, and I wanted to say some things about the club. So is everyone, Janet, can they hear me? Janet, I'm talking to Janet James. Okay, let me just say a few things. I'm JD Appling, and I've been sponsoring this club since 2002. It's 21 years. Dr. Glasshoff, Carolyn Glasshoff, stepped in to help me about 5 years ago. It became a lot of work. I just wanted to say a few things, just to be clear about some of the basic ideas here. STC, the local STC chapter, that's the Society for Tech Communication, Central Florida. That's the local group of professional technical communicators. They work at Lockheed, L3 Harris, Siemens, many companies in town. They are the ones that you will be mentoring with if you join the mentoring program. So when we hear Joy talking about the STC program, that's something different than this program. This is the FTC program. This is the on-campus student club. It was started some years ago by a couple of students, and they asked me to sponsor it. And I said, yes, it was a good idea, as long as we were connected with the local STC. So when we talk about these mentoring programs, what we're doing is we're talking about people in FTC, students getting to know someone in STC, someone already in the field who's working. For instance, Joy was talking about Julia Southwick as her mentor, and she was the mentee. And if you get connected with a mentor, a local professional in the area who is actually working, they can give you a lot of information that your professors can never give you, because we don't know everything. We don't know about the market so much. We don't know about those little tricks that are working to get people hired. So when Joy's talking about STC, that is not FTC, which is the student club, and Joy is the president of FTC now. So I hope that's clear, the relationship between our club, the FTC, Future Tech Communicators, and the Society for Technical Communication, the local group. The local group of people you'll be meeting, if you keep coming to these meetings, will have a lot of information to give you. So I would say, come to these meetings. Now, our great presenters tonight have given you a lot of information, a lot of slides, and it's to me, it's all accurate, it's all great. But to really understand what they all mean, all these different tasks and clubs and meetings and things like that, you're just going to have to come to the meetings on a regular basis, and you'll learn what ADCO is. That's the STC people. That's their executive committee, and you'll meet people who are really in the know. They're oftentimes people who actually hire people. And I think a lot of you want to hear that. If you want to get hired, this is a really good club to be a member of. I'm not saying you will get hired, but it really helps you if you have a mentor-mentee relationship and you're in FTC and you meet someone in STC. Okay, so please understand those differences. Please understand that there's a lot of information here, and the best way to learn about these things is to come to these meetings, all of these things that were laid out. I'd like to say a few things about running for office in FTC. We're going to need some people who fulfill the officer positions. We need a minimum of 4 people. We need a president, vice president, treasurer, and secretary, or else we can't become an official UCF club. So please think about running for one of these offices when we have the elections. Now, I think one of the things I should weigh in a little bit here is, I think someone who wants to be the president or the vice president of the club should be someone who's been doing FTC for a while, so they know what FTC does. Those can be a little bit tricky. I know Joy's been coming to meetings for a while and knows about it. But all the other positions, I strongly recommend that you can at least consider them. If you are elected to one of those other positions, the historian or the secretary, the vice, or secretary or the treasurer, you can put that on your resume, and that looks really good. So there's a lot of reasons for engaging in FTC activities. A lot of the events that Joy was talking about were these networking meetings. These are meetings where you actually, either online or in person, you meet people from the local STC community. These are technical writers who are working now and have full-time jobs, and they're really good to get to know. And this is the most efficient way to do that. I can't stress how important networking is. It's the second most important thing. The first one, the most important thing is get good grades. The second most important thing is networking. And I think a lot of people here have done some of that networking. And just one thing I wanted to say maybe about the website. I don't know who's going to be in charge of the website. Is that the Facebook site? I wasn't quite sure. We have a couple. How are we doing with that, Joy?
I know that coming year, our subcommittee is planning to.
One of you will have to mute because there's two
I know in
devices
the
going on at the
coming year,
same
our
time.
website committee is planning to do more developments onto our WordPress website, which not only is a way for new members to navigate just some parts of our history, our FTC blog, and our upcoming events, but we also plan on adding a new calendar feature, which should be in development very soon.
Okay, that's great. I guess what I would ask is, in the past, we've had a hard time. Every time we get a new website director, they start a new website or someplace else, or they start a new Facebook page. So please don't do that, because if you look through the web, we have a lot of old FTC websites, and people are the website person for a year, and then they leave, and then they don't give the password codes to the new person. So they start a new website, and we don't have any continuity. Now, I think we've done a pretty good job of not of passing on the password and the rights to stay with the few websites that we actually have. But please, this is you can tell this happened a lot. Let's not, whoever becomes the website manager or whoever becomes an officer, please do not start a new website. Just put stuff up on the old website so we can keep it going. Because, I've seen websites that were put up in 2009 and you couldn't tell, different president, different secretary, so anyway. So those are just a couple of things. Of all the things that we do, and this is something that Joy stressed, we do two important things. It's the mentoring program. Of all the things, that's the most important thing you could get out of this, is the mentoring program, signing up to engage with a mentor. And again, Joy talked about her relationship with Julia Southwick, who was a student at UCF. She majored in Tech Com. She was an FTC. Now she's an STC. And the other thing is the February meeting. That's the big one. That's where we bring in a lot of alums spread out throughout the entire country, maybe some working in foreign countries. And they talk about their experiences, their entry-level jobs, and what they've learned. We'll have some other workshops on that too. But the February meeting is very important. And the mentoring program is very, very important. And I think Andrew is saying, if you signed up for the mentoring program last year, do you have to renew the membership to meet with a mentor again? Janet, what do you, I'm sorry. Can someone answer that? I'm not quite sure. I think you should probably sign up again, Andrew.
Okay.
I know
thank
in
you.
Mike's, oh, sorry, Andrew.
Oh, no, go ahead.
Andrew, were you saying something? I apologize.
No, I was saying thank you, but you can go ahead.
Oh, no problem at all. Thank you for asking that great question. In my experience, it was to renew the mentoring program. It was basically a a conversation or a verbal contract that I had with my mentor. She asked if I felt comfortable in renewing it for the next year. And I believe that mentors and mentees are allowed to be a part of the program for 3 consecutive years. And I hope that helps
Okay, because
Andrew.
I think I paid a fee last time around, so do I have to pay another fee?
I believe so. I believe,
The fee is to join STC.
Yeah. yeah, the fee is to join STC, and I believe that every calendar year you will have to renew it.
Okay, all right, thank
Okay.
you.
No problem.
So maybe I can address that a little bit. Again, we're talking about STC here now. So there is, to join STC, there's a nominal fee. It's not that much. Believe me, every year I say, if you want new students in your club, keep the price low. So local STC people have to pay $375 or something like that a year. I don't know what the students pay, but I think it's worth it, given what it affords you. You can also put on your resume again, STC member, student member. That looks really great. But I think what Andrew's asking about is, do you have to sign up for it again? I guess the answer is yes, that makes sense. We do want to give our STC people a little money. They don't get paid at all. Anyone who works for STC and becomes your mentor is not paid to do it. They are volunteering. It's just that the local STC club has to pay national dues to the national STC organization. So it does cost a little bit of money. But FTC, the student club, all of this that you're seeing tonight, that is free. You're a student and you have a right to it. So I think I'm done, Joy. I'm done for a while, so I just wanted to get some of these thoughts out. So
No problem. Thank you so much. I believe that student membership for STC is $80 per calendar year. However, as you said, there are so many benefits to it, not only through so many webinars, certifications, or web courses that you can choose to be in, but also this extensive network of so many established professionals, and everyone is so welcoming, and they're there for you when you need them, and they're always willing to help you out.
well, now
I was
what are
wondering,
some of the what are
this-
some of the workshops going to be? We're going to have some workshops in the fall too, beyond the election meeting. And are we going to have a couple of workshops like resumes or how to do a LinkedIn page? Or
Yeah, we're definitely looking into doing workshops this year. I know that hopefully sometime in October, depending on the availabilities of our potential guest speakers, we would love to open up a personal branding workshop with returning guest speakers, returning guest speaker John Pays, and also Susan Kelly, who made a wonderful event of it during the summit, the annual STC conference. And we also were reached out by Dr. Sarah Singer, who is a professor here at UCF, about hosting our own workshop on finding a job in technical communication. That was a wonderful event that she hosted in March, and she reached out to us and she said she would love to do it again for FTC and those wanting to join. And yeah, those are some of the events that we have lined up, and we're also looking to possibly hosting more industry guest speaker meetings, hopefully again with Lockheed Martin and L3Harris. And I know John's here in attendance, and he said that, yeah, he's been speaking with his coworkers about inviting them to speak about L3Harris, about the L3Harris internship. And yeah, I know it'll be a great time. Yeah, I was wondering, does anyone have any questions, either online or the audience, about anything we touched upon today.
Yeah, it might have been a little bit overwhelming, especially at the end with like all the information and stuff, but
Yeah,
we can definitely like clarify things for you guys.
yeah, definitely.
Um,
And if you're not comfortable speaking, please feel free to message us in the chat box as well.
Joy, how many people are in the room? I can see all the people who joined electronically. So we have 19. Are there other people in the Nicholson building now that we can't see?
Yeah, we have. Oh, I apologize.
We're good.
Yeah, we have a great turnout here. Thank you all for coming. We have about, let's see, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9. Like, I think in total 12 in Nicholson. Yeah, we're so appreciative that everyone has decided to join us here today. It's been really great seeing new and familiar faces across the board.
And is there now, again, you don't have to join STC. That's an option if you want to be in the mentoring program. You can just come to the FTC meetings for free. You don't have to pay any money at all, just to be clear on that. So keep coming and you'll learn a heck of a lot. You're going to learn every time they meet, you're going to learn something about the local culture, what professional tech communicators are doing in Central Florida. And you'll get to know where to apply for jobs and how to apply for jobs. And the people who you meet might be people who are actually looking for jobs, and that really helps.
Thank you so much, Dr. Applin.
Jonathan.
Yes, we see that Jonathan has raised his hand. Hi, Jonathan. It's great to see you here today.
Great to see you as well. Let me lower my hand. And I actually forgot my question after I raised my hand.
That's okay, it happened.
Oh, and I'm so sorry. But I was about to say, would you want to, if the people in the room didn't mind, would you want to flip the webcam so we can see everybody behind the monitor?
Well, on a desktop, so it may be difficult to like move the arm because it's on like an arm that I don't think would turn that way. But we do have people. We're not just talking in the empty room.
Okay, that's all right. Just checking. By the way, I'll get to it in a bit if Joy wants to address it or not, but I'll mute for him.
Yeah, no problem. Hi, Claudia. We see that you've raised your hand.
Hi, yes, so,
Claudia.
I just a quick question, because you guys said there will be different types of meeting. Will all of them be available through Zoom, or will some like only require like we're physically present?
That is a wonderful question. Most of our meetings last year have been through Zoom, primarily an online. We've had an online presence. However, this year we are going to begin to open up our events as hybrid settings, similar to what we're doing today. And so no matter where you are in the state of Florida or in the country, please feel free to stop by.
The only strictly in-person events are things like the Spark STEM Fest
Yes.
and the SCC Summit, those type of external events.
Yes, definitely, like volunteers events, as Chantel has mentioned.
Thank you.
Thank you as well.
I have a question.
Oh, yes. Hi, John.
So more so for the audience, actually. Like first up, hey everybody, I'm John, I'm on the leadership team. And I was wondering kind of what everybody came to FGC for, here for the first time, like, you know, why they joined, or what you might be most excited for, you know, for future events we talked about or suggested, stuff like that.
Yeah.
And I love meeting, I love to meet everybody here also.
Yeah.
Like everybody's been great, and we have an amazing team, as you can see. Okay, I was just curious kind of what everybody most excited for, or suggest for, you know, what you want to get out of FGC.
Yeah, thank you so much. We were wondering, was everyone able to hear John right now? Yeah, he asked a wonderful question about he would love to open up the room and ask everyone, what is everyone looking forward to the year ahead. And if you have any suggestions for what you would like to see or be a part of in the coming year.
And if anyone in the room wants to answer the
Yeah,
question.
sorry.
Yeah, no worries. Yeah.
This is our first hybrid in a long time, so we're working out the kinks.
Yeah. Is there a particular event? Yeah.
I mean, I want to join in because my major is technical communication. And I just like to take advantage of all the opportunities I can, get a little more information about it. Maybe there are things that I can take advantage of, maybe like at the networking events
Yeah.
or even just getting with people in the same field. I think could just be very beneficial for when I enter the workforce. I just want to, take advantage of all the knowledge that I can. Yeah, I mean, I think that's the main reason.
Yeah. Thank you so much for sharing. You're definitely in the right place. Yeah, we have an extensive network with our sister organization, STC Florida, and through not only our events, but their networking events. I know that you'll be able to meet so many wonderful people who will be there to support you.
Absolutely, especially through both our presentation, kind of like this one, hybrid in person, online, but also through, the fun things, but also
Yes.
the extracurricular things like joining the mentoring program.
Yes.
That's a great networking opportunity, even with your mentor or mentees throughout this program. A volunteering event, the big conference trip we do at the end of the year, stuff like that. Like, it's definitely, like, everybody who's been part of it in the club can say the same, like, it's definitely helps meet people, like, really quick too.
Yeah. Thank you.
Well, I also like to do a quick point camera around to show that we are indeed real.
Yeah.
Point camera around.
Just pointing the camera around real quick. Also, hey everybody online.
Hi.
We are real.
We exist.
Hello, everybody.
Yeah. Today was a wonderful turnout, and if you're interested in learning more about what we have to offer you, if you're in person, please sign our sign-up sheet right at the front, or if you're online, if you connect to our link tree, we have a sheet right on top, which which you can fill out, presenting your name and also any comments or questions you have about our club and your potential membership. Yeah.
All right, we're gonna close it out on the hybrid end. Thank you so much for
Yes,
joining.
thank you.
We will catch you at our next meeting, hopefully.
Yes, thank you so much for taking the time to come here today. It was a pleasure meeting you all and seeing so many familiar faces, and yeah, thank you.